Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's virtual lesson on measurement regarding time, length, volume, and mass. I am Valerie B. Utayan, one of your instructors for this session. I hope you are all ready to dive into some exciting learning. For a brief introduction of our topic, measurement is a basic concept in the study of mathematics and science. It quantifies the characteristics of an object or events which can compare with other things or events. Fun fact, measurement is the most commonly used word whenever we deal with the division of a quantity. Also, in taking a certain amount of things to accomplish a particular task. In our everyday lives, we often come across different measurement types for length, weight, volume, and mass. For today's lesson, we are going then to learn the meaning and definitions of these measurements, which are time, length, volume, and mass, the difference of precision and accuracy, the tools used to measure, the units for measuring, and how to convert one unit to another unit. Just for example, how to convert centimeter to meter or how to convert kilometer to meter. Moving forward to our lesson objectives. At the end of the 45-minute lesson, you should be able to describe what it means to measure, converts units of measurements, regarding time, length, volume, and mass, and infer on the importance of accurate and precise measurements in your daily life.
So let's now continue with our discussion. So by now, you have an idea of what our discussion would be or for our class session. So you have already defined the objective. So let's now move on defining what is measurement. So before that, I just want to remind everyone that you could actually pause the video if you were not able to catch up with my facing, with our facing, and also if you want to take down notes or to solve during the conversion. So let's now define what is measurement. So measurement is a technique in which the properties of an object are determined by comparing them to a standard quantity. Also, measurement is the essential metric to express any quantity of object, things, and events. So measurement is fundamental to the sciences, of course, to engineering, construction, and other technical fields, and to almost all everyday activities. So it says here to almost everyday activities. Do you think you are able to use measurement already today? Have you? Let's find out. So first we define what is precision and accuracy, or let's try to differentiate these two. I have a question for you before we try to study and analyze the illustration. What do you think is more appropriate or more relevant in measurement? Is it precision or accuracy? So let's find out with this illustration. So precision, if you can see here, well, here is this one is the accuracy. So we assume that this is the correct answer or value or the correct measurement. So these are the results and the precision. So we can see here that they are far from the bullseye or to the true or correct measurement, but they are closely situated or they are clustered together. They are very close to each other. While in the accuracy, they are not as close, just like to the precision with each other, but they are very near or very close to the true or correct measurement. So that's it. That's the difference between the two. Precision deals with the closeness of the results with each other or to each other, while in accuracy, it's the closeness of the result to the correct or true value. So if you're wondering, precision is to reliability and accuracy is to validity. So let's now move with the illustration being shown. What do you think it is the first one? Type or kind of measurement. It's the measurement of time. So time can be measured in seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years with clocks and calendars. Are you able to use time today? Are you able to use the measurement of time? I have a question for you. How many hours or minutes did it take you to prepare for our class for today? Maybe some of you are answering minutes and hours. So that's time measurement or measurement of time. So we have here, we measure time again in second, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years. These are the most common units. Also take a look with the uh, conversion units. We have 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute, 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and so on and so forth. And so we also use seasons and fortnights. It says here 4 seasons in a year. Of course, that's in the other countries. But here in the Philippines, how many seasons do we have? We only have two. We only have dry season and the rainy season. So let's try to apply this conversion units into solving, or let's try converting. So 7 weeks is equal to how many days? Do we have a direct calculation or conversion for this one? Let's take a look. Okay, try solving. So we have here 1 week is equal to 7 days. Bring out your calculator and try solving that one. How do you do that? So this is our solution. 7 weeks times 7 days is equal to 1 week, which is equal to, divided by 1 week is equal to 49 days. So just cancel week and then we are left with days. So 7 times 7, that is 49 days. Okay, try. Okay, next, we move on to the measurement of length. Length is defined as the measurement or extent of something from end to end. The length of any object can be found in either way, such as using a scale, example ruler, measuring tape, and so on. So aside from ruler and measuring tape, what do you think are the tools that are being used in measuring length? Today, are you able to use them? Are you able to measure length, or are you able to use length in your activities? Or in the life applications, where do you use let? What do you think? Or what are the common units that usually use in length? Okay, so we have here inches, centimeters, feet, and meters. Also, we have kilometers. Also, we have here the tools mentioned earlier already, ruler. Also, we have the measuring tape. So ruler, most of you have this. I assume because you're students, of course, you use this during your art subject and your mathematics subject and our subject, of course, and also during laboratories or in science. You can also use the ruler. And then measuring tape, probably you've seen your father using one, measuring the window, the length of the window, the length of the door, or the length of the bed. So that's how we use this kind of tool to measure length. So we also have the meter stick and the yardstick. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, and then 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Also, can let me ask you again another question. So from your house, what is the distance of the nearest store? So you can basically use length in that. So how many meters? How many kilometers? Okay, let's try converting kilometer into centimeter. Can we do that? Okay. We have here, we first convert, of course, kilometer to meter and then meter to centimeter. Take a look at our solution. 14 kilometer times 1,000 meter divided by 1 kilometer times 100 centimeter divided by 1 meter is equal to 1,400,000 centimeter. So if we do it step by step, you can also do that if you want to first get the conversion of kilometer into meter. And then when you get the answer, you also convert that a meter into centimeter. You can also do that. You will arrive at the same answer. Just don't forget to cancel the unit or the common unit. And then moving on, we have here the measurement of mass. Mass is used to measure the weight of an object. For example, you are measuring the mass of your body when you step into a scale. In the clinic or in your rural health clinics, in your barangay health clinic. In the metric system of measurement, the most common unit of mass are the gram and kilogram. So how many kilograms are you? Do you know your weight, your current weight? So that's basically measurement of mass. Also, if you are going to the market or to the palengke with your mom, with your mama, with your lolas, with your aunties, so when you hear them, can I buy 1 kilogram of carrots, 2 kilogram of potato, 3 kilogram of cabbage? So we use mass. So let's take a look more of it, the measurement conversions of mass. So we have here 1 ton is equal to 1,000 kilogram. Have you already met ton as a measurement of mass? Have you heard it or have you seen it somewhere? So it's on the bridges if you have noticed when you're traveling. So if you have seen 1 ton capacity, 20 ton or tons. And then 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. So let's try converting 20,678 milligram into kilogram. Can we do that directly? No. We must convert first milligram into grams and then grams into kilograms. So this is our solution. 20,678 milligram times 1 gram divided by 1,000 mg times 1 kilogram divided by 1,000 gram. Again, you can do it step by step. You can pause the video to do that and then try to check if our answer is correct. So we arrive with 0.020678 kilogram as our final answer. Upon canceling the mg and then canceling grams, we are left with kilograms. Kilograms. Okay. What do you think is the next one? It's a measurement of volume. So are you able to use measurement of volume today? How many glasses of water do you drink each day or in every hour? Oh, we use two measurement already, measurement of time and volume. So let's focus more on here on volume. So let's define it. The volume of a regular object can be calculated by multiplying its length by its width and height, the amount of space that a substance or object occupies or that is enclosed within a container. So anything that is enclosed in a container can be measured using the measurement of volume. Most commonly, of course, is the water. So how many liters of water can the largest container in your house contain? So what's the volume? So we have here the cubic centimeter to liters conversions. We have 1,000 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 liter. 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 0.001 liter. Or the basic one is 1,000 ml is equal to 1 liter. So we have here our let's try to convert 50 cubic centimeter is equal to how many liters? The solution, 1,000 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 liter. So 50 cubic centimeter is times 1 liter divided by 1,000 cubic centimeter, cancel cubic centimeter, and then we have liter, so that is 0.05 liters.
Okay, so let's now move on to a very short evaluation. I will be flashing pictures and then you'll type your answers on any sheet of paper that you have right now. I want you to pause this video to think of your answers. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so here are the pictures. So we have this one. So what do you think are we measuring if we have this item? Okay, you can pause the video if you want to. Ayan, so we are measuring time. Okay. Now, this smartwatches also measures length na ngayon, no? So, ayan. Now, this item, what do you think are we measuring if we have this item? Okay, so we are measuring length. Ayan, nakakasunod naman ang ating klase. Now, let's move on. So we have here, what do you think are we measuring if we have this item? Okay, I can see the answers. So we have here, we are measuring volume. Yan. I hope nakakasunod yung ating klase, no, sa ating activity. And lastly, what are we measuring if we use this item or equipment? You can pause the video if you want. Ayan, so we have here, we are measuring the unit of mass. Ayan, nakakasunod naman tayo. So let's move on. So let's have a short recap of what we have discussed so far. First is we have described the measurement. Ayan, so we also converted some units of measurement earlier. And then we have here the importance of precision and accuracy. And then also we have discussed the measurement of time. You have the seconds, hour, minutes, and etc. And then next, what do you think have we discussed? Ayan, so we have here the measurement of length. Also have here meter, kilometer, yard. Ayan, doon na pumapasok yung ating yung mga length. Next one, what do you think? Ayan, so we have here the measurement of volume. Dito pumapasok yung liter, meter cube, centimeter cube. Ayan, mga ganyan. And lastly, we have here the measurement of, what do you think? Ayan, the measurement of mass. Dito na pumapasok yung kilogram, gram, pound. Ayan. Now, why do we need to be precise and accurate? So, as we can see in the picture, ayan, siguro hindi sila naging precise and accurate sa pagme-measure, di ba? And, ayan, kung makikita natin sa atin yung picture, hindi mo naman na mapapagkinabangan yung bridge na yan kasi nga, mali yung pagkaka-measure. Ayan. So, in daily life, accuracy and precision are indispensable for ensuring tasks are completed correctly and efficiently. From cooking and baking, where precise measurements ensure the perfect flavor and texture, ayan, to navigating using maps or GPS, where accurate information guides our travels. The significance of accuracy and precision permeates our routines, whether it's managing finances and following instructions. So the ability to be accurate and precise enhances our productivity, minimizes errors, gaya nga ng ating nakikita sa picture na ito, and foster trust in our interaction with others. Ayan. So in essence, accuracy and precision empower us to navigate the complexities of daily life with confidence and reliability. So that sums up our discussion in measurement. Ayan, so I hope you learned a lot in our class. Thank you.